Hi, today we are going to continue our talking about Bitcoin mining. So, however, despite what Bitcoin proponents tell you, mining the cryptocurrency is not a hobby of any sort. It is an expensive venture with a high probability of failure. As isolated in the section of mining difficulty, there is no guarantee that you will earn Bitcoin rewards even after spending considerable expenses and effort. Aggregating mining system to run a small business that mines Bitcoin might offer a way out. However, even such businesses are at the mercy of the cryptocurrency volatile prices. If the cryptocurrency's price crashes as it did in 2018, then it becomes uneconomic to run Bitcoin mining systems, and small miners will be forced to go out of business. The decline in the number of Bitcoins awarded to miners every 4 years makes the activity even more unappealing. Given the considerable difficulty inherent, inherent in the economics of mining bitcoins, the activity is now dominated in large mining companies that have operations spanning multiple continents and Pool, the world's biggest Bitcoin mining company, runs mining pools in many countries. Many Bitcoin mining companies have also gone public. Also, their valuations are relatively modest. How much electricity does the Bitcoin mining process use? For most of Bitcoin's short history, its mining process has remained an energy intensive process. In the decade after it was launched, Bitcoin mining was concentrated in China, a country that relies on fossil fuels like coal to produce a majority of its electricity. Not surprisingly, Bitcoin mining's astronomical energy cost have drawn the attention of climate change uh, activists who blame the activity for rising emissions. According to the estimates, the cryptocurrencies mining process consumers as much electricity as entire countries. But Bitcoin proponents have released studies that claim that the cryptocurrency is powered largely by renewable energy sources. One thing to remember about these studies is that they are based on conjectures and self-reported data from mining pools. For example, a CoinShares report from 2019 makes several assumptions regarding the power sources for miners included in their assessment of the Bitcoin mining ecosystem. History of Bitcoin mining. Two developments have contributed to the evolution and composition of Bitcoin mining as it is today. The first one is the manufacture of custom mining machines for Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin mining is essentially guesswork, arriving at the right answer before another miner has almost everything to do with how fast your computer can produce hashes. In the early days of Bitcoin, desktop computers with ordinary CPUs dominates Bitcoin mining. But they began taking a lot of time to discover transactions on the cryptocurrencies network as the algorithm's difficulty level increased with time. According to some estimates, it would have taken several hundred thousands years on average using CPUs to find a valid block at an early 2015 difficulty level. Over time, miners realized that graphics card, also known as graphics processing units (GPU), were more effective and faster at mining, but they consumed a lot of power for individual hardware systems that weren't really required for mining as a cryptocurrency. Field promulgate rise FPGAs and of GPU were an improvement, but they suffered from the same drawbacks GPUs did. Nowadays, miners use custom mining machines called ASIC machines that are equipped with specialized chips for faster and more efficient Bitcoin mining. They cost anywhere from several hundreds to tens of thousands of dollars. Today, Bitcoin mining is so competitive that it can only be done profitably with the most up-to-date ASICs. When using desktop computer GPUs or other models of ASICs, the cost of energy consumption actually exceeds the revenue guaranteed. Even with the newest units at your disposal, one computer is rarely enough to complete with mining tool pools. Groups of miners who combine their computing power and split the miner Bitcoin between them. Bitcoin forks have also influenced the makeup of the Bitcoin miners network between 1 and 16 trillion odds. Scaling difficulty levels and the massive network of users verifying transactions. One block of transactions is verified roughly every 10 minutes. But it's important to remember that 10 minutes is a goal, not a rule. Uh, the Bitcoin network can currently process just under 4 transactions per second, with transactions logged in the blockchain every 10 minutes. By comparison, Visa can process somewhere around 65,000 transactions per second. As the network of Bitcoin users continues to grow, however, the number of transactions made in 10 minutes will eventually exceed the number of transactions that can be processed in 10 minutes. At that point, waiting time for the transaction will begin and continue to get longer unless a change is made to the Bitcoin protocol. This issue at the heart of the Bitcoin protocol is known as scaling. Through Bitcoin miners generally agree that something must be done to address scaling. There is less consensus about how to do it. There have been two major solutions proposed to address the scaling problem. There have been developers have suggested either creating a secondary off-chain layer of Bitcoin that would allow for faster transactions that can be verified by the blockchain later, or increasing the number of transactions that each block can store. So that's all for now. Waiting for you in my next video. Have a nice day. Bye.